Hey Gemini, I was gonna do Taurus's video first, but I don't know. I felt like you were like calling to me, right? Hold on. That'll work. All right. Hey Gemini, I feel like today you woke up on like the right side of bed. I feel like the last couple days, because this is for Cancer new moon, right? We just got out of Cancer new moon, so it's like it's waxing. Yeah, the moon is waxing. And Two of Swords, that is your energy, Gemini. We just got out of Cancer new moon, but honestly, I personally have been way too tired. Like I've been recharging, right? Like I kind of felt like this, like a very heavy energy over the last like couple days during like the new moon, right? So this is your video for the new moon. It will last the entire month up until the full moon, right? And then keep in mind, it's going to circle back in 6 months and then come back in a year, right? So it's not just for the new moon, it's like for a time period, right? So back to what I was saying, I feel like you were in such like a bogged down, tired energy, Gemini. And I feel like now you're just like, you woke up like a whole different person. Like, I feel like you're ready to like conquer the world here. Okay, let's get into it for you. Okay. Seven of Swords. Okay, you could have gotten away with something here. You could be getting away from something. You could have gotten away from something. You could be getting away with something. The World, an ending. Ooh, Gemini. I feel like you escaped by like the seat of your pants here. I feel like a big ending is coming, right? But I feel like you're getting out just in time. We have the Four of Swords. I feel like because you took a break, like you were able to like get away from like anything bad that would have happened, right? Like I feel like God is like making you sit down when like you need to go to the store and like say somebody robbed that store that day. Like I feel like God's making you like it's like protection almost, right? Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're standing still like when you're like told to stand still here. I feel like that's helping you like avoid almost like getting in trouble here. The Moon, yeah. I feel like what you're doing, like you're moving silently, you're moving quietly. And when you do move, it's like very careful. It's very thought out, Gemini. You could have a moon in Gemini here. Temperance, yeah. Once again, I feel like you're just being very mindful, very careful as to how you're moving, what you're saying, like the actions that you're taking. Like I feel like you're aware. Like it's like when dogs hear like those very high pitched like frequencies and their like ears are moving up. Like I feel like that's kind of like the energy that you're in here. Like you're very aware as to like what's going on around you, like the things that are happening, right? And it's making you like take a break and be still, right? And I feel like it's out of like self-protection mode here. Justice, yeah. I feel like you're protecting yourself so you can like stay balanced here. You could be like avoiding the police. I don't know. I get that from the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Justice card here. Avoiding the police or something. Like I feel like you're it kind of feels like criminal activity. I don't know. That's new, Gemini. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I feel like you're just being like very mindful as to what you're doing and how you're doing it. And I feel like the universe is on your side about it, right? I feel like it's like protecting you, right? The universe is like protecting what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it that way. Okay, there's an ending here with the World. And I feel like an Emperor is making a decision about like where it is he's moving, how they're getting there, right? We have the Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Judgment card under the World. I feel like this Emperor like knows that there's an ending here, and there's like different directions that are like crossing here. Different directions that are crossing. And I feel like he's making a judgment call, right? On like where it is we're gonna go once this is all over. What is this Four of Swords here? Ace of Swords. I feel like you're like waiting for like a truth to come out. I feel like you're waiting for like the word to say, hey, it's okay to move. It's okay to like, you know, come out of hiding. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're like just waiting for like time to pass. I feel like you're just like counting down like days here. Five of Swords. You could be waiting for like a truth about an argument. You could be waiting for like an apology here with the King of Pentacles. There could have been like a verbal altercation here. And some words were exchanged. I feel like you might have said and done something that you weren't necessarily proud of, that probably could have gotten you in trouble. And I feel like you're just kind of like waiting for like the outcome. Like what? I feel like that's kind of like why you're watching your like your P's and your Q's here. Like I feel like you're worried you could have said or moved in a direction that could have been like harmful to yourself or to others, or it could have like actually like cost you something really important that you've been like waiting for, right? So I feel like you're just really making sure, because you know you're you know that there was words exchanged here that probably shouldn't have been said, that probably did cost you something big. But I feel like you're just like watching and making sure like how you're moving is like okay, because I feel like you know that you have another like stepping stone coming here. So I feel like you're like waiting for like the right opportune time to like make a move, right? I feel like there's been like a lot of turmoil in the situation here. Like a lot of frustration. So I feel like you're just like keeping your head down and like staying focused, because you know like this is not the end goal, it's just a stepping stone, right? And you have other stepping stones coming to you, right? It's just waiting for the right moment, for the right time, like the right opportunity, right? That you're wanting, right? Because you don't want to like move out of you don't want to move because you feel like you have to, right? You don't want to get out of a situation by like force or emergency, right? You want to do it with like thoughtful action, thoughtful, you know, just mindful everything, right? So that you can make sure it ends well, so you can have like a better beginning, right? So we have Three of Cups and the Devil. I feel like it was in like a group of people, right? That was probably not like the healthiest group of people for you. And I feel like you knew that. I don't feel like you were like that invested. But I feel like there was just like a lot of like chit chat and chatter and talking. Yeah, a lot of chit chat, chatter, and talking. A lot of like back and forth. A lot of like telling you know, different sides of the story here. Okay, what is this moon? Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So, you do know that there's another opportunity coming. You know that you're just taking your time to like make the decision. You're making sure like all your ducks are in a row. You have like a safety net. You have a backup plan. You have all the things that you're needing to take with you so that you can start on this next step. But I feel like when you're like leaving what it was that you were dealing with, you're doing it very quietly. I don't feel like you're like raising a lot of red flags like, oh, hey, by the way, like, I don't really like working here anymore, but I'm looking at other jobs. Like, I feel like that's what it is. I feel like it's very like job related. Two of Cups here. It could have to do with a partnership. You could, you could have like gotten in an argument with like a significant other or something. And I feel like instead of rocking the boat, like I feel like there was like an exchange of like words that were kind of like harsh. It could be in a friendship. It could be, you know, with a family member. But instead of like rocking the boat and causing more pain, I feel like you're like, okay, so say we're living together and I feel like I got to make sure I have a place to go. I have, you know, a place where I can put my plants, you know. I feel like you're making sure like all your ducks are in a row before you just get up and like storm out. I don't feel like you're storming out. I don't feel like you're storming out of a job or a relationship. I feel like you're doing it like in a responsible manner to where like you have like your backup plan, right? Like you have all your ducks in a row here. It could be at work. Yeah. It could be at work. It could be a love situation. It could be with family. It could be with friends. But I feel very heavily like you're making sure that you're not telling everybody. Not everybody knows what's going on. Like I feel like you're keeping it very much to yourself, but you're making sure things are like set up to where you're not just like free falling into like an open area with no safety net here, right? What is this Temperance card? We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like you're being very mindful as to like who you're giving and receiving with. Like who you're sharing information with. In both of these cards, it's like you're taking from one and giving to the other, right? I feel like you're being very mindful as to like what types of things you are sharing with others, right? Because I feel like you got kind of like caught up in this Five of Swords energy down here. Like a little like argumentative. And I feel like you're just like not wanting to deal with that type of energy anymore. Right? I feel like you're being very mindful as to what you will give and receive with the Hermit. I feel like you're giving and receiving with yourself, right? Like you don't want to just like be giving to others, right? When it's like feeding, like throwing your pearls to swine, you know, like you want to make sure like the people that and the energies that you are giving and receiving with, they're helpful, right? I feel like you're guarded against like sharing with others at this time. I feel like it's really just like you're protecting yourself, self-protection mode. I feel like you are really, really focused on just yourself and growing yourself and being more mindful. Right, Gemini? All right. So, and then we have King of Swords here at the bottom. That is your energy. I feel like you're very much in your own energy. And I feel like that's like making you want to like get out of bed and like sing in the morning, right? Like I feel like you're focused on yourself. Like that's what you have control over every single day, right? Yourself. And I feel like once you like get down to that and you really start enjoying that, like I feel like your life's just gonna like blossom here. Let's get one card out. Build strength. Once again, I feel like you're focusing on yourself here. You're building your own toughness, whether it be like actually physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like you are toughening yourself here. All right, Gemini, thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.